Hey, what is penetration testing? Penetration testing or pen testing is a cybersecurity attack where some simulation attacks were performed on various servers on the organization in order to identify some security issues before the actual vulnerability happens or before the actual attack happens. That is called as penetration testing. In order to explain more elaborately, so in a particular organization, we'll be having various kinds of resources, right? Whether it may be a web applications or whether it may be security devices or whether it may be some databases or whether it may be network devices or tools, whatever it may be. So in order to safeguard such kind of resources or systems, we will be passing some simulation attacks beforehand itself, and if we find any potential issues, security issues, we will be applying patches so that we can always secure the particular systems of the organization before the actual attack happens. Whenever the actual attack happens, and if there are really any security issues, any security flaws in the particular servers, then it is the actual problem where the attackers, they can directly attack into the particular systems and they can do the big kind of things just like DOS attacks or DDoS attacks and all those kinds of stuff. In order to eliminate that one, we'll be using this kind of penetration testing. Whenever I talk about this penetration testing, prominently there are three kinds of penetration testing. The first one is the black box testing or the external testing, penetration testing. The second one is the white box or internal penetration testing, and third one is the gray box penetration testing. If at all you do not know any kind of internal structure of the organization, and if you know only the generalized information just like the domain names of the particular servers in the organization or IP addresses of the particular servers or any open port numbers, only with such kind of information, if you pass some simulation attacks on those particular systems, it is called as black box penetration testing. On the other hand, if you know some information related to the internal structure of the organization, for example, say how many actual systems are there, what are the protocols that are being used on those particular systems, or how many users are there in the actual organization who are using these particular servers and all. So if at all you do know that information, and if you perform simulation activities or simulation attacks on these particular systems, it is called as white box penetration testing. And the other one, which is called as gray box penetration testing. So if at all you know the internal structure of the organization to some extent, if not to the fullest extent, and if you perform the particular simulation attacks on this particular organization by ethical hacking and all, so this is called as gray box penetration testing. In general, we'll be using Kali Linux as the operating system, which is the open operating system. There are various other kind of operating systems also you can always use for penetration testing, but this is more popular. Why we'll be using Kali Linux as the operating system for penetration testing? Because we'll be having various other tools which are useful for penetration testing, which are useful for simulation attacks, integrated already into this particular Kali Linux operating system. That's why we'll be using Kali Linux as the particular operating system in order to perform the penetration testing and all. Even you can always use normal Linux as the operating system, but what you have to do is that you have to integrate all the other tools, right? You have to install all the other tools, some hundreds of tools, which is a tedious process again. In future, in the subsequent videos, we'll be discussing about the Kali Linux operating system as well. For now, this is the particular video. This is about the penetration testing, and again we will be meeting with another topic. Until then, have a great time. Bye bye.